What's going on, everybody? So far as the deck here. Yep, we're going to take a journey to the Players Club. And we're going to explain to you ladies why your life is in the shambles that it's in. And why you will never find true love. And the reason being, because every one of you, back in the day when you were very young, for whatever reason, visited the Players Club. All right, let's take a look at this screenshot we got right here. The Players Club. Yeah, I remember the movie back in the day, but this is a lot deeper than that. Looks like a typical nightclub or whatever. You know, you got Beavis and Butthead standing out in front, their arms folded, looking hard and everything. Yeah, I get it. Let's look over to the left of the white boy. You got three young sisters in the prime of their lives that for some reason decided, hey girl, let's go to the Players Club, find us a man. You know, they're probably still in high school, 11th, 12th grade, hell nowadays middle school, but they done got together in a little pack of hyenas. They decided they wanted to go to the nightclub, to the Players Club. Not just any club, the Players Club, because that's the most happeningest club in town. We got to get there. It's ladies' night for free. Hell, it's ladies' night free every night, in case you didn't know that. Yeah, it's just something spectacular about that Players Club, girl. We got to get in there. Well, it's the same sad story. More and more of our young black women are enticed to go to the Players Club. But when they go into the Players Club, fast forward it, you see the group over to the right over here in the bottom right corner. This is how they come out of the Players Club. Pissed off, sad, disappointed, bitter, you know, suicidal, mentally jacked up. I mean, you just throw as many adjectives to that as you want. But that's how they come out of the Players Club. No man. When you see it's a group of them, no man. And they've been stripped. Talk about a strip club. Yeah, they done been stripped. Well, there's a reason for this. And you know, nobody's really going to the source and bringing it out. So I'm going to. Maybe it could help just a few more of these ladies to understand the game that's being played in the Players Club, because there's a game being played in the Players Club. All right? And so we need to find out what that game is. Before we dive into the rules of the Players Club, I want you all looking at this screenshot to look to the far left. See that sign down there on the far left, the very far left with the light shining on it? Yeah. I guarantee you none of these women stopped and looked at that on their way into the Players Club, because they were in such a hurry to get in there. They just, you know, thought that was part of the decor, so to speak. And so they just, you know, brushed right past it to hurry up to get inside so they could see what was going on inside. And that's a main factor as to why they went in there completely unaware of what was going to go down, and why they came out looking like these knuckleheads over here to the bottom right. Had they looked at that sign, and even if they had looked at it, they still wouldn't have known what the rules were until they did something else. So the ones that did stop and read the sign, they was like, well, that's kind of odd. And so they just ran into the club anyway. They didn't give a shit. And when they did that, and everything that was on that sign began to happen, like I said, they came outside like these knuckleheads here on the right. Well, I'm going to show you all what that sign says. And so you'll understand, if you went into the Players Club, and the majority of you women did, why what happened happened. Here's the sign close up where you can see it. You got Isaiah 3, 16 through 24. You've got Isaiah 47, 1 and 3. You've got Ezekiel 16, 37 through 39, and Ezekiel 23, 26, 28 through 29. That's the night special. That's every night. And even the ones that came up to this sign and read it, and they saw that, and they was like, that's kind of weird. I don't understand that, okay? But you didn't care. You went on in there anyway, and everything on tonight's special was in full play when you went in the Players Club, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all what tonight's special is, which is, every night, so you will know. And so perhaps this will stop some of you all from going into the Players Club, and for the ones that actually went in there and, had to experience tonight's special, it'll give you some closure on what happened and why. And so maybe you can heal and join the Pick Me team. All right. All right. We're going to go in here and look at tonight's special. Something none of y'all ever do. Even if you read tonight's special, you don't understand what it is. So you don't understand the games that are being played in the Players Club. But after we go into the night's special, you're going to understand the game, why it's being played, who set the game in motion and came up with the concept of the Players Club. And then you should determine whether you want to play this game, or if you have gotten played by this game, you'll understand why, and that can help you heal and go in another direction. All right, let's go in here. We're going to start with Isaiah chapter 3, verses 16 through 24. Moreover, the Lord saith, that's getting you started off. He's the one behind the Players Club. Because the daughters of Zion are haughty, in other words, proud, conceited, arrogant, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, shaking your behind and making a tinkling with their feet with these little ankle ornaments and bracelets and all this other stuff. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And the Lord will discover their secret parts. Man, he done got y'all before y'all even go in the club. And if you wonder why you're having these issues with less hair than all the other women, this is why. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon, the chains, and the bracelets, and the mufflers, the bonnets, and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings, the rings, and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. You see that? The Most High is the one behind y'all losing all this stuff that gives y'all status in this society. The Most High is behind it. But how? How is this going to happen? Verse 24, and it shall come to pass, instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16 through 24. So the Most High was the one that struck y'all on y'all's heads and caused y'all to have this problem with baldness. He's behind that. But it's deeper than that. He was talking about y'all's going to lose all this stuff that I just mentioned, which are just different, accessories that y'all like to accumulate throughout y'all's lifetime. That's all that is. But we're going to see how y'all are going to lose all that stuff. All right, let's go. Let's keep it going. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 47, verses 1 and verse 3. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. Yep. When y'all go into the Players Club, y'all get knocked off of y'all's throne that y'all have put yourselves up on and that this society upholds. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. That's Isaiah chapter 47, verses 1 and 3. All right. Now, these last two precepts here are going to show you how you're going to reach this point when you go into the Players Club. Let's look at Ezekiel chapter 16. I'm going to read verses 37 through 39. Behold, therefore I will gather all thy lovers. The Most High is doing this. And he's got them all in the Players Club. Every last one of them. With whom thou hast taken pleasure. And all them that thou hast loved. With all them that thou hast hated. They're all in the Players Club waiting for your arrival. Every last one of them. The ones that you like, your Pookies and your Ray Rays and these clowns out here that are real easy for you to control with your hypersexuality and your fair looks for the most part. Yeah, everybody's in there. And the ones who you hate. The authoritative, masculine black man. There's some of them in there too. Oh yeah, that's the reason why it's real easy for y'all to get pregnant by a masculine man. And then you turn around and abort his child. Because he's in the Players Club too. Not a lot of them, but just enough of them. Just enough. They're in there too. They're all mixed in there together. I will even gather them round about against thee. Yeah, they're in the Players Club waiting for you. And will discover thy nakedness unto them. He gonna expose you for who you really are when you get in that club, to every last one of them. They're gonna know exactly the type of woman you are, how you get down, what it is you'll do, what it is you've done, what it is you plan on doing, who you planning on doing it with. All that happens in the Players Club. That they may see all thy nakedness. In other words, he's going to fully expose you when you go in there. And I will judge thee as women that break wedlock. That's talking about women that commit adultery. Because the majority of you women going in there, you're going in there to commit adultery because you've already done been dealt with by a man. Well, I guess that wasn't good enough, so you go to the Players Club and you're going to really get dealt with. And shed blood are judged. Yep, some of y'all already done dealt with men, and when it says shed blood, you went and had an abortion. Now you're right back at it again. But this time, you and your friends go to the Players Club, and judgment is in there waiting on you. And I will give thee blood in fury and jealousy. And I will also give thee into their hand. Talk about all these dudes at the Player Club. The Most High is, you're going there to be delivered into the hands of all these dudes that are in the Players Club. That's why you're being enticed to go there. You're being judged. And they shall throw down thine eminent place and shall break down thy high places. All y'all that's got all these businesses and everything and think y'all living your best life and you bossing and flossing and all that. When your dumb ass go to the Players Club, Hey, all that's going to come to nothing. How? They shall strip thee also of thy clothes, and shall take thy fair jewels, and leave thee naked and bare. That's Ezekiel chapter 16, verses 37 through 39. So when you go in there, and next thing you know, these dudes done left with you out of there, and you done let them come to your home, wherever that may be. And as soon as they got there, all this started happening. But you met them in the Players Club. Everything else that I'm reading is what's going to happen to you after you done went in there and hitched up with one of these dudes in the Players Club. This is what's going to go down. Now, let's look at Ezekiel chapter 23, verses 26 and 28 through 29. They shall also strip thee out of thy clothes and take away thy fair jewels. This is the process of them, doing you the way they do y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And in a literal sense, a lot of these dudes do take away your jewels and ornaments and all this other stuff. They do take that shit from you. You know they do. Verse 28, for thus saith the Lord, the Most High, behold, I will deliver thee into the hand of them whom thou hatest, into the hand of them from whom thy mind is alienated. That ain't talking about no other than an authoritative, masculine black man. He gonna make sure, a lot of y'all gonna get hooked up with Pookie and Ray Ray, but some of y'all, the ones that's gonna get the extremist of all this judgment, y'all gonna be delivered into their hands. And some of them in there waiting on y'all too. And they shall deal with thee hatefully. So all of y'all on TikTok and YouTube and World Star Hip Hop and Instagram and all these other social media platforms, Facebook and all that, crying about how this man did you, now you know why. Now you know why. And shall take away all thy labor. All this money that y'all making, or whatever the case may be, these dudes gonna come up in your house, they're gonna drive your car until it tear up, they're gonna eat up all your food, they're gonna be using all your utilities and everything, they just gonna lounge around there until there's nothing left and you get evicted. And when you get evicted, they're gonna get evicted too, and they're gonna just go and do it all over again and leave you hurt, bitter, angry, and all this other stuff. Mad at every man, not realizing that what you just went through was judgment for being a hoe, for being a 304. That's what the Players Club was established for. Nobody ever told y'all that. And the nakedness of thy whoredoms shall be discovered or exposed, both thy lewdness and thy whoredoms. That's Ezekiel chapter 23, verses 26 and 28 through 29. So there it is right there. The Players Club was established by the Most High to punish the whorishness of women, especially you black women, because that's what this is all about. We are the children of Israel. We are to live by a much higher standard than all these other heathens that are on this planet. And we have laws, statutes, and commandments that we are to abide by, contrary to the popular belief of the European white supremacist Catholic and Christian organization that says that the laws were done away with because they were nailed to the cross. No, that is total bullshit. All right? That's lies for them to live by, not us. All right? But because you all would rather be whores than submissive wives to husbands and bearing children under that marriage, being cooperative, being obedient, being submissive, and being actually viable, because y'all refuse to do that and want to be whores and run around and do whatever you want to do. That's why the Most High established the Players Club. And that's why he entices you to want to go to the Players Club, so you can be judged, because that's what the Players Club does. His bidding. The judgment that you have went through that have put you in a position that these dummies over here on the bottom right are in, that's the reason why you feel the way you do after having dealt with dumb idiots after another, after another, after another. And the next one you get involved with is to say you're going to keep going back to the Players Club until you either repent and submit to the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High have set forth for us to abide by, or you're just going to stay in this endless perpetual cycle of self-destruction. Because that's what the Players Club is designed to do, to cause you to go into a cycle of self-destruction. And unfortunately, most of you all are so caught up into that cycle that there's no escape, because your pride, your arrogance, and your mental state of being will not allow you to. So you have to be destroyed, but it's going to be done, it's self-imposed, because you're going to just keep doing the same dumb shit over and over and over and over until there's nothing of you left. All right? So that's the true intent of the Players Club. It's a house of judgment by the Most High on all the women among Israel that don't want to obey his laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, that's it for the Players Club.